As famed dungeon master David Gray once said, when one of his players wanted to play a steampunk construct, let go of your heart, let go of your head, and feel it now. Eberron. Hey, that's one for the for the module fans out there. Eberron. Hey, welcome to Homebrew, the
I
show.
love that very much. I quite enjoyed it. It's a depressing amount of people these days don't know who David Gray is. I was shocked to discover this recently.
Is that a depressing thing?
It's apparently it was like I think it was like one of the best. I think it was one of the best selling albums in Ireland for some reason. That White Ladder album. It's brilliant.
You're thinking 50 Shades of Grey. I think is what you're thinking of. It's different. He's a different musician. He was a rap star, I think.
Okay.
Eberron.
Anyway,
I don't know, it was some attempt at 50 Cent being a 50 Shades of Grey.
Unless it isn't. You probably already picked this up already, but this is the show where we avoid the crushing dullness of every life by remembering David Gray.
He didn't die.
Yeah, but, you know, people. You can remember people who are still alive. Wes. Like, your memory doesn't kick in as soon.
No.
Oh no! I just remember Jimmy. Jimmy's not okay.
I'm so sorry. I'm a walking death note.
If this is your first time watching, I do recommend going back to like somewhere. Pick a spot and then just join us there. Could be an episode ago. Just not here.
Yeah, even just the last episode would be would be a decent place to start for this one.
Because what we do here on the show is we take Dungeons and Dragons and we drink a couple of brews, and using those brews, we sort of mess it all up with a thing we like to call beer magic. If you're drinking in the sidebar, that's our cool little name for the live chat. Let us know what you're drinking, and I might be able to work it into the show. The players might be able to snatch it and work it into the show. So yeah, just let us know if you're drinking, even if it's like tea, then that could come in handy. We grasp at everything when we're trying to clutch at straws. We're back. This hasn't been. We haven't had a full house for months.
Yeah.
Myself and Wes gone transatlantic and back again.
We both left the country, went to another country the other side of the planet, and didn't see each other.
And our friendship remains strong.
Yeah, which is the opposite of every other time an Irish person travels.
You almost feel obligated.
If you hadn't told each other you were going to be over there, you would have been at every single place at the same time.
Yeah, that's the magic of it.
Yeah, exactly that. Well, without further ado, let's get introduced to the brews. So what I'm drinking, I'll kick us off. I'm bringing it back. You might remember this for the Lasers and Feelings episode. I'm drinking a kickback because for those in the know, that's what I'm planning to do today. I don't have any work to do. It's up to the players from here on out. For the rest of the campaign, it's their job. We're a DM escape from here on out. I'm kicking back. Next week, R&R. Week after that, holiday brew. After that, out of office time. These are all official beers that I will go find. But working our way around the overlay, which I don't have open, so I'm just going to pick someone. Paul! What are you drinking?
I just want to say that also Kickback is the Laser and Feelings like band, like they're like the old school kind of retro band that we all fell in love with. So
they're pop stars.
Yeah.
So known because they go around popping the stars in solar systems to everyone's delight.
Yeah, it's a very good story. So I'm drinking Coke, and I'm drinking Coke because I forgot I had a glass up here, and I'm drinking water because it is insatiably hot in this attic that I'm currently in. So I'm just gonna put that up over there. So no alcohol for me today. Though I will tell you, the Copperberg's alcohol-free beers, ciders are delicious. The strawberry and lime one is gorgeous, and then there's the mixed berry one. If you're not a big drinker, the Copperberg cider non-alcoholic beers are great. So,
can I ask a question? And it's gonna seem like I'm being rude, and I'm not. Would you get it over like a pink lemonade or like a soft drink, or like, is there a reason you'd reach for that as opposed to just like getting a strawberry and lime soda pop?
No.
Are there
okay.
Like it was like I haven't really tasted any other strawberry and lime kind of like soda pops. So yeah, it was very good. I drink them now with the Bundaberg ginger ale, which is also very good mixers. All of them are very good mixers. So
Nice. Arlington is Wes's character's name. Wes!
Hello.
What are you
Yes,
drinking?
it is good to be back. Wes/Arlington is back. I feel like I haven't played D&D in about a year and a half. So I am drinking Sierra Nevada Pale Ale. Ooh, I've got some glare off me. These aren't my usual lights set up, so it's Sierra Nevada Pale Ale and Franciscan Well Chieftain, which I can't remember if I've had. I think I like it. But for the Juicy Beer Magic, I'm hoping to just become the chief of someone. Turn into the boss. That's my game plan. Lead from the back like a chief.
You can request all the guns, all the badges on your desk by the end of the day.
Right.
Okay. Without even having to use it. Like, that's just a power you get.
I should have figured you'd go 80s cop movie. Actually, that's good. I like that. I'll accept my +2 hand cannon whenever it comes across my desk.
My first thought was that you walk around, people carry you, and you're standing on top of a shield.
That works as well. But see, I like the 80s cop thing because now.
No, better you have a gun. Don't go.
But see, I like it if we keep it in fiction. I've got the great axe on my back, and then I'll have a smaller, lesser axe on my ankle holster that I can just plug in.
Because your great axe is not regulation. That's the problem.
No, absolutely not.
Yeah.
And it was my partner's.
Yeah. You can't use that axe. It's not regulation.
Only I can throw it off a cliff and never get it back.
Hey, kid, do you drive axe?
Hey, kid, catch.
Lucy, how are things? What are you drinking? How's life and all things? Lucy?
It's good. My internet just froze for the last 30 seconds, and then it seemed to pop back just as you said, and Lucy. So hopefully that was good. Hopefully it was a flattering freeze frame if it was. I'm grand, and I am drinking this. Maybe if we need to take longer achieving our goals, which I think Ben probably wants for us, I've got Biden Time. This rye bitter, is that Kildare or somewhere? Yeah, just classic Irish lager. Or it also sounds like if we do some sort of American political thing, and it's like it's
Biden time.
Yeah.
Like morphine time, but you all turn into.
American politic commentary is our next logical step. And so I've got some just classic others. I've got some Five Lamps,
Nice.
Rock Lager, the usual.
Sweet. And finally, Keelan. Keelan, what are you drinking?
I'm currently drinking a beer that I discovered and posted a couple of weeks back. It's the last one I have of it. A honey ginger lime by Cascade, sour. It is absolutely delicious and it looks nice.
Yeah.
It just tastes like exactly what it says it is. Kind of like candied ginger and lime, and happens to be a beer. It's incredibly refreshing and delicious, and I hope to be able to buy more. Also, the can feels nice. I don't know if that's a thing that we ever really talk about, but the actual feel of the can, like mouth feel, but can feel, actual feeling, the real sense of touch.
Yeah.
I like to stick the entire circumference of the can in my mouth first to get a real palate cleanse of the previous drink. Yeah.
Chug it back.
Yeah,
When I get that feeling.
It's got a good slam it into your mouth feel. And then I have a couple of other. This is just got obvious uses. It's a Cool Head Blizzard Smush.
That's a bit.
It's a fruited candy sour. I don't know what that means. I don't know what the flavor will be.
I'm excited to name an NPC Blizzard Smush. That's
so.
Yeah.
It could be called Cool Head, and I have Ermagerd Slurshie, which is literally what it's called.
Imagine the board meeting where that was suggested.
Ermagerd Slurshie, which is a raspberry limeade drink, unfermented. Who knows? And the final one, which I don't think I'll get to because it's pretty alcoholic, is a beer called the Beer That Refreshes, which I thought would be handy as like if I need like a potion to.
I like the art on the can.
It's just a glass of Coke, and the weird thing is, I'm not sure I'll like this beer. It'll probably be really.
Oh
bad.
wait, I might have misseen what it is. It looked like a hand under a person. Oh, I thought it was like a person floating through space and a hand underneath them. I see now. It's just a glass of Coke. Never mind.
Yeah, and that's because the flavor profile of it is a sour ale with cola, cinnamon, and marshmallow, which is why I think I won't like it because of the marshmallow. I shouldn't have done it to myself, but cinnamon, cola, and sour sounded like something else that I should try. So
many of the drinks you bring to this show sound delicious, and then you add one little ingredient at the end, and it sounds repulsive.
Yeah, it's usually the marshmallow. I know
the marshmallow.
When things say marshmallow on the beer, I've learned not to drink them, except for that. I think it's about 2 of the beers that I said there has marshmallows in them, possibly all 3. Christ.
Hmm?
Got a lot of marshmallow.
Yeah, I might have a really bad time, but
Well, if you fall into a bog and need to sort of just chill it out, you can be like Marsh, mellow.
Yeah.
So anything's possible with imagination, friends. We have some amazing beers coming in from the sidebar. I'm going to read them from the top 10. Flying Monkey, the brewery, have a beer called The Mutants Are Revolting, which is either ew, mutants, or oh no, mutants, depending on how you want to take revolting. What else do we have? Furious, Horror of the Shade, Zombie Dust, Powder Day. I've had a Powder Day. They're really nice. Centennial IPA, and Plain Bubbly Water, which it's not a beer, but I do like how you describe it as plain bubbly water. Thank you very much to both Lindsay and Isaac for bringing what is a treasure trove of names. Players, remember your options in the sidebar. You can pull from that whenever you need. Zombie Dust could come in handy.
Crushable is basically always useful, right?
Yeah, Crushable IPA is a good one. Blizzard Smush Crush Slushy combined. You could do like a Megatron of beers at some point if you wanted to.
And Flying Monkeys. I mean, if we ever need to summon, that could be good. Iggy could draw a Flying Monkey. We could get a Flying Monkey. That could solve our problems.
Yeah, or just entertain us as well.
Yeah. You could juggle. They could probably juggle.
Yeah.
They can definitely fly.
You go straight to juggling. It's a flying monkey. Flying itself would be great.
So his hands are free for juggling.
I don't think Huck would be that impressed by that. I think the juggling is what would impress Huck. And me. I've seen The Wizard of Oz, I know that flying monkeys can exist.
But you don't ever get to see them fly on that show or in that movie.
Wait, talk me through that logic. I've seen X film, so I know why thing is real.
Yeah.
I've seen Lord of the Rings, so I know Balrogs exist.
Well, they do, because I saw it.
Well, I can't really prove you wrong, in fairness. Sorry,
Yeah,
you got me there.
You saw it, I saw it, you said it, and I knew what it was. I said it, and you knew what it was. What quality do you think it doesn't exist?
I think the saddest part of the Lord of the Rings part that you just said was that then Tom Bombadil doesn't actually exist, which is the saddest thing I can think of the Lord of the Rings show.
Yeah. Although he'd really fuck up the world, so...
No, he wouldn't.
He probably would.
No, he wouldn't. He just likes dancing.
Yeah.
Dancing and singing.
Where's that gotten us, Paul? Where's dancing got us in the world today?
I don't know. The majority of the wins of the Eurovision, I don't know.
That's a singing contest.
Yeah, but have you seen them dance?
The
game we're playing today is Dungeons and Dragons. The time we're going to play it is in about 2 minutes, I'm sure. But a couple of little bits of housekeeping. Thank you for indulging us. It's literally been a long time since all 5 of us have been here, so it's a nice opportunity to catch up. Even my next door neighbor's dog Rooney wants to get in on the action, if you can hear him. Or maybe this VoIP is doing its job. What do we have? We have a code from Dakota Irish. If you want to go to dakotairish.com, pick yourself up some amazing dice, some gaming accessories for your table. If you essentially want to level up your TTRPG experience, you can go there and you can get 10% off your order using the code. This should work. We're doing a new system where every episode has a new code moving forward that I'm going to try make thematic to the episode. And today's code is Fourth Wall. If Fourth Wall should be still running, and if you happen to be watching live and Fourth Wall isn't working, pew 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 is still valid for today. So it rolls over on the episode. So pew pew pew, the code from last show should also be valid. Any other things, Paul? I'm going to ask about Hear Us Out just before the break, if that's okay.
Sure.
We'll keep them on the edge of their seats.
Oh, we got a good one this week.
Oh no, I want to know. Anyone else have anything else they need to shout out? I have a couple more that I write down that I'll do at the break as well.
I'll shout out the Dundalk. If you're ever in Dundalk, there's a massive Dundalk community games society here, that do Wednesdays and Thursdays. Wednesdays in the store or the Spirit store, and Thursdays in the clans. So if you're ever here in Dundalk, come along and see the Dundalk community. They've been really nice. It is unbelievable how many people have reached out to me suddenly out of nowhere. Since I went to the Warhammer store, the Era hobby store, and now I've gotten like emails going like, you should come along, it'll be real fun. And I'm like, I don't know.
That's so good.
So
I've been to the Spirit Store place, and I just know it's a lovely, lovely place. It'll be very cozy, perfect for D&D.
yeah.
Nice.
So there you go. That's the only shout out I have.
That's cute. That's got some like faith in humanity restored energy a little bit.
Yeah.
I think we might have lost
think-
Ben.
Yeah, I
Has-
think
has
Ben is.
frozen, or is
yeah.
he trying to just like?
No, he's just quietly furious that Paul's playing D&D with other people, so he's just
Yeah.
staring out of it. I
He's
made
very-
a campaign for you.
Can I just say, since we got the time until Ben kind of, I guess, gets back, anyone else see how evil his polo neck is?
Mm.
Yeah,
Yes.
that's true.
It's like evil bent.
Yeah,
Which is great because he's also wearing shorts, so when he gets up for his stretch,
yeah.
it's kind of like the Bond villain turns out, oh, his fly was open the whole time. So it does kind of take it away a little bit.
Mm.
I'm getting fire
Oh,
from him.
he's
Oh,
left now. That's it. You shouldn't have said. Shouldn't have mentioned his fly.
Mm.
that was the last straw. Do you see you're getting vampire energy from him, Lucy?
yeah, I think it was the hair and the looking straight down at Paul like he was going to chomp him. Although actually that's just us.
Well,
Or-
the chat's agreeing with you pretty much instantly. So I was getting like what's that? Zoolander, Magnum Steel,
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
the kind
Blue
of
steel. Yeah.
blue steel. Is that what it's called?
And so the roast of Ben begins.
Let us air our grievances. Lucy, you've known him one of the longest. What dirt can you bring to the table?
yeah. Let's pull up some photos, embarrassing childhood photos of Ben, and just run through them.
Yeah, and we'll roll a d20 to pick which one it is. So it's still like D&D.
Oh yeah, pick which age we want to mock. Great idea.
Yeah.
Oh, nice.
yeah,
What
yeah,
era?
yeah,
Yeah, okay.
Oh,
Yeah.
7. Okay.
Stupid 7-year-olds.
Yeah, I actually think he was to that stage in his life.
I mean,
Um,
still is. Hey, it's back.
I'm back and in pog form.
Oh, we were singing your praises.
Yeah.
Oh, good. I'm
Yeah.
glad. I don't know what's going on. I've been having awful internet trouble for a while now, and I don't know what the issue is. I can no longer see, but that's okay. I never need to see you.
Can anyone else see you? Are you back?
Can you
on?
see? Yeah. Can you see me? That's all
Yes,
that really
yes, we
matters.
can. Yeah.
Nice. Then I'm good to. I'm getting you back slowly and surely. I'm sure Wes will come in when the internet kicks back in.
I'm here. I didn't go anywhere.
Yeah.
No, I just mean visually. Everyone else can see as well. Like they can see on the stream.
Oh, it's cut.
not,
My Skype has you all stacked neatly in squares, and then I'm vertical on the side, making a lovely rectangle.
Yeah, it does that.
Oh.
Does
Yeah.
that.
All right.
Um,
Well, if we're good.
No
if
one
we-
touched
my-
the. Just want to say, no one touched the Skype grid thing. Don't do it.
Mhm.
You'll mess
Oh
up
yeah,
the
it puts us
overlays.
into like together mode.
Has he paused
Did he
again?
freeze again?
Yeah.
Oh, I thought he was just reading chat and like. Sure.
Yeah.
oh.
Please, okay, someone in the chat, can I
I've been-
screenshot him, like, standing like this for so long, because it is amazing and I want that. But in the Discord. Go ahead,
Unfortunately,
Ben.
there's
Sorry,
the
you're back
delay,
now.
so I've already fixed it.
Oh, well, as far as I was concerned, I never left. Isn't that an
yeah.
allegory for life? Well, let's see if the world wants us to break this game. That could be what's happening, that they're literally stopping us breaking a game that's existed for so long. But if we're ready to play, if everyone's feeling good, grab yourself a chair, pull up a drink as we dive into a world where anything is possible, but not always probable. Welcome back to the realm of Hibernia. Huck, if you don't mind catching myself, the players, anyone watching and listening up on what has brought us to here.
That's the big question. What has brought us to here? So first of all, we were brought by some gods to this place on the astral plane. Basically, just like a giant room with a little fire in it, and it was the next puzzle in the long line of Ben's acclaimed puzzles, and. We went through that. I don't know if there's much point in recapping the old puzzle. There was a song with a parting glass. There was us feeding the fire in many, many different ways. There was Arlington trying to summon his axe, as is his general want. And then there was us looking at these strange, almost cloud-like, just, almost looking like people in the distance through the walls. And then we thought, sure, maybe the answer to the puzzles is to smash everything. So Arlington gave a go of having a real old smash of the old room just to see if we could, get outside to the things that we could see in the distance. And wouldn't you believe that turned out to be possibly a bad idea? Uh, it started cracking and we started being sucked into the, void, I guess is what you'd call it. But in the interim, right when that started happening, and really, if we had just been standing in a room, this could have gone quite well. My old friend Randy here realized that he's like the ideal of all of space. He was having an old stare and think, and he realized he's all of space, which isn't that he's really fat. It's just he takes up all of the space and he uses it. And I thought I'd probably be heart. That's what I figured. I have an ideal. It's probably being great, heart. But it turned out that we didn't know what I was. And Arlington then realized he was all a time because he has so many different people from different time periods in his brain that he knows everything that's happened across all the time. That's probably that's how I understood it. And he's the ideal of all of time. And then while I was trying to escape by getting everyone banished out of this area, I had a wee look, fired some goop at the crack in order to see if I could elongate my time after we had destroyed the room and I lost my ability to see. Everyone else was getting ideals, and then we were getting sucked out of a room. So I had a wee look, and I found out. Would you believe this? It's not heart. I am destruction. I am the very essence and ideal of destruction, which I'd say is a fair cop. I don't know if I've destroyed that much, but yeah, most of the time I destroy things. That is good crack. And so I decided not to save anyone with any banishment, and let's just double down on this destruction. Iggy, in the meantime, she was having a moment to herself in the corner. She didn't really engage a lot, and I suspect there might be some kind of we might hear about what she's done or ideal wise.
That sounds like criticizing me on the show. Like, yeah, just want to put it in the thing. You were really not.
Well, there was some discussion I heard through the. This'll work. I heard it through the void. It sounded like the people outside were discussing that they had murdered someone called Lucy.
Yeah.
And this is by way of giving the reveal that we appear to have found something called a fourth wall, and then we have broken it. And as we got sucked out into the void, there was various escape attempts. I had some great ideas. They all failed. And we got sucked out into the void. We wound up in what can only be described as another void with giant black things on it. That I think I heard someone in the old void saying it looked like some notes from a distance. But who said it? What's happening out here? That's where we are.
Yeah, pretty much. You guys were hurtled through this sort of black nothingness, sort of pulled, and in this vast expanse, there was a noise. Arlington would recognize it anywhere because it's a noise that's often quite close to his head.
The most important thing that happened in the episode. Is that what you were just about to say?
Yeah.
Okay. Right, you do it then. That's good.
I don't mind.
Oh, that's some good momentum.
Yeah, really oiling the machine of both friendship and firing on all cannons.
Can you tell it's been a month?
A month and a half, I think. I think it's been a full 6 weeks.
Not for me and Ben.
No. We see each other every day in our hearts. But Arlington heard a noise very familiar to himself as his lair skull axe flew towards the room that you were being sucked out of, and he flew towards where it was coming from. He tried to reach out and grab it, and it slipped through his hands. However, using the power of beer magic, he summoned it to his grip, and now holds the lair skull axe, the only thing he cares about. The world might be ending, but this man has his back. He's back with his axe. His friends said, "Don't get back with your axe," and they said, "No, I need to."
Yeah, my crazy ex-girlfriend. I like it.
Nice.
And you plummeted and tumbled and slightly separated. Arlington, you also managed to grab. Iggy wasn't doing too hot on her dexterity saving throws. We rolled for you, Lucy, while you were away. And you managed to grab her to stop her falling further into the void, landing into a very strange place. And as you all sort of lit up your torches, you started to see these large black pillars, sort of weird cracks every now and again. And as you scanned your light across it, they revealed themselves to be words. Paul, if you want to switch to the map, that might help
Yeah.
visualize for both the audience who are watching. Apologies, podcast people, but let's be honest, you have the strongest imaginations, so I have faith in you.
Yeah.
And the rest of the players, as you land directly into my Ben Clifford, the real me, because I'm nothing of a narcissist and I have to put myself in the show, into my notes. And you all land on the ground and look around. You can hear each other, but at the moment you can't necessarily see each other. Rander, you're sort of against what seems to be a solid black wall, and then there's these pillars either side of you, almost creating a corridor in front of you. And you think you can hear Arlington and Iggy, maybe up to the right, and you could hear Huck almost exactly perpendicular to where you are. Huck, you're the furthest down into the notes, and as you scan your lights across, or maybe you have dark vision, you see the phrase sidebar. Except you're
bar.
and Arlington and Iggy, you see CPN in the order in which you're facing it.
Are the letters on the floor or are they standing up?
They're sort of these big pillars. So you know that game, it's not really a game. You know that thing you might have done as a kid to entertain yourself where you draw really long letters, but if you look at it like down the page, you can read it. It's a little bit like that.
Okay.
So there are these long stretches, tendrils kind of going up into and above you, sort of a nothingness. It's not entirely jet black. It's not like the black is of black. There's a slight swirl. Any magic user, any caster can feel it. Arlington, now that the axe is back in your hand, you can definitely feel it. There's something very powerful here. And you all... Have you ever contemplated the vast expanses of the universe and at the same time being like, whoa, that's cool, but at the other time being like, whoa, I'm small?
No.
Cool.
No idea what you're talking about.
Everything up to the last part.
I'm the center of it. But it is that feeling of like being so close to something. I can imagine when they first split the atom being like, this is powerful, this is dangerous. And you are now close to something that feels like that. The hair on your forearms begins to raise up a little bit. You have goosebumps. It's not cold, but it feels like it's cool in here.
Does it look like anything does anything look natural? Does the ground, do the letters, does it look like completely, do we recognize anything?
Entirely. It's surprising you that you're even able to stand on something, because it doesn't feel like there should be a floor here. And as you look down at your feet, you realize that these letters also seem to be like reflecting downwards quite some distance.
Is there any movement or signs of life, or is it all very static?
Make a perception check.
Ooh, my first roll in 5 years.
It's been good for 5 years.
Not amazing. That's an 11 plus 4, 15.
You listen. You can hear your friends.
Hiya.
Hello?
And at the
Arlington?
very edge, there's like a wind. Maybe not. You know, because you're of the land. That's not a wind. That's a howl.
A howl back.
And you expect it to echo, but it doesn't. It just like catches in these words and just sinks in.
This feels wildly unnatural. Prince Hawk, little man Randir, where are you? I've got the bard.
Can we move towards each other's voices? How can we move? We can move between the letters, right?
It's a narrow squeeze, but you think you can do it. It's like one at a time you can get through the letters.
I'd probably try and squeeze towards where Arlington is shouting from. Is he?
You're right. You're right beside Arlington.
Yeah, I grabbed
Yeah,
you
yeah,
as we
yeah.
were flying through, so we're
I
beside each
can't
other.
see. I can't tell who the little things are. Sorry.
Yeah, that's tough.
What-
You're
okay,
you're
cool.
Arlington in the middle too.
Oh wait, I haven't been looking at the stream. I didn't have the visuals up.
Yeah, sorry. It's really
Well, I
small.
mean, you can go off Ben's description. Obviously, it's excellent enough.
That's what I was going with.
Thanks,
Yeah.
Keelan.
I'm right
Give
beside
yourself
my-
some inspiration.
Yeah.
Which goes, just an admin thing. The code homebrew, I think 10 in the overlay is not right. Just to point out that, because it is an overlay or an old one, just for our VOD listeners or VOD watchers. Brandy's gonna be like, I'm near the hopping to. I don't know how this says this. This is weird lettering, like just going through space and above space, and I feel sick.
Aren't you all a
Yeah.
space? Should
Yeah.
you know?
Space Randier, did you do this? Is this your homeland?
I don't know if this is now my house. I have no idea. I'm gonna look down, I guess, or to the side. Just around places to see if there's kind of more.
Give me a little perception check.
Are we? I don't know if we roll for this, but I guess innately, do we know if we're in 3D space, or does it feel like we're?
Ooh, that's a great question. God, they don't prepare you for this at DM school.
Especially not when you create the weirdest, most cerebral setting your brain can figure out.
Yeah. You're 3D, but as you think about it and turn to the side, you're 2D. You're whatever dimension you want to be.
Ben can't imagine.
Are all the DMs in the chat taking notes? Make your players answer the questions that they ask. Okay, so even like navigationally or whatever, we can only kind of really move in 2 dimensions, up, down, left, right. Because looking at what we have here,
A different question.
Like, would it be possible to like peer over the side of the black sort of platform we're on?
Sure. Yeah. How would you like to move? Do you want to peer over the
Yeah, I
side
want to
of
see if I can peer, because I presume I can hear Randier's voice coming from below us. I want to kind of like peer over and see if I can see him.
Yeah. Give me an athletics check.
Peer over which? Wait, I'm confused.
There's kind of these pillars that you're
Black-
sort of
black
within,
pillars.
like you're in like a labyrinth of black pillars.
Okay, and peer over the top of those.
Yeah, as if there is a top, because the words seem to go up and then kind of disappear, so there could be a top up there. And Arlington's very tall.
And
Okay.
I think we're okay, everyone, because the fact that I can use athletics somehow in this world, we're fine. I got a 25.
25. You crush the thing you're on, and it is almost deleted from reality.
The pillars, like I'd say.
The word "I've" just kind of crumbles before you.
Oh,
What does that say now?
5. Okay.
I got a 15 on my perception check just to.
A pink thing has appeared. Can I see that pink thing?
Yeah, actually you can.
Ben sees.
Oh, God. Ben! Okay, just move closer to us.
I think Ben's
out
kind
of
of slowly
there.
realizing how much brain power it's going to take to run this fucking thing.
Yeah, you can see now one of the pillars is like coming in and out of reality.
Yeah.
Blinking as you crumble, as you try to climb this pillar, you're just crumbling down the words, and you have opened up a gap.
Can I try and grab the pink thing and shout Ben? Like, podcast listeners,
You don't know who Ben
people don't
is.
know.
But she can read.
And it says Ben.
Oh, fair enough. Yeah, okay.
It flashes. It's deleting things. I'm freaking out.
What if it's another hack?
I think that,
Lindsay and Iggy are freaking out.
Yeah, make a grapple check.
Grapple check.
Can I assist her? Can I like maybe if I can't reach, but can I shout like go for the ankles?
What's a grapple check?
Either you need to roll athletics, and
Right.
I'm going to roll a
Contesting athletics.
contested. That's the word. Contested
Okay.
acrobatics roll.
When I've ever rolled athletics before. But I rolled a 21.
21. Yeah, you managed to grab this this little thing. It's like a really thin pink line with this sort of square, blocky top to it. It would look like if a child drew a mace, or like if someone had to like if you were in a class where you had to reduce items down to their corest elements, sausages and eggs for the artists out there. This is a square and line. You have the cursor.
Okay. Okay.
What would you?
Wait, anyone watch the video? I realize that we're reacting to a delayed video, so it's also not going to make perfect sense. I just realized.
It takes 30 seconds for what we do to affect the world.
Yeah.
That's a good point. In fact, why don't I share this document with all of you so you can all jump in?
Yeah, that makes sense.
That makes way more sense. Let me send it to your emails. Actually,
just throw it in the chat, no?
Oh yeah, sure.
In the Skype chat, not the sidebar. Good heavens, not the sidebar. That's sacred. It's for Lindsay and Isaac's beers.
Yes, true. I'm gonna make you all viewers.
I'm at the sidebar.
Okay, so I'm holding this.
Yeah, so I'm fine with the sidebar jumping in if they want to.
Ooh, I forgot that when you send chat in Skype, it pops up on your camera. I don't know if that's going to come through.
If someone's quick enough to pause and jump in, then why not? So yes, that is for anyone who wants to jump in. That is the document you're in. I might as well make you all. No, I'll move it around. I'll continue to be.
No, I think viewer is fine.
Don't give us control.
So much for kicking back.
Oh my God. Oh, can I investigate this cursor that I'm holding? Does it? I'm immediately wondering, is it like a paintbrush?
Give me an Arcana check.
You're such a retro creative. You find the cursor. I'm like, how do I type with this?
Well, that's a 2 + 2. That's a 4.
It's not a paintbrush.
We can't do Arcana. Sorry.
But there is something. It doesn't feel like even a 4. You're like, this should be magical, but it's not. It's something different. There's another word for this. Sometimes when this word is good enough or advanced enough, it's almost indistinguishable from magic. And it's whatever that word is. But you don't. I'm being obtuse because Iggy doesn't understand that the word technology exists. But Lucy, you understand that it's technology you're dealing with, not magic.
But to Iggy, she just can't tell what it is.
She's like, it's as if you had magic, but it's not magic.
I'm just gonna wave it at the other guys and say, "This. Did anyone drop this? Have we ever seen? Does this exist?"
I wave back with the layer skull axe.
Arlington, as you look at the axe, all the contours, all the mapping, all of it is gone. This is the smoothest axe because there's nothing to map.
Okay.
Ooh, that's scary.
We have never been so above ground ever. There's also no mountains. Well, I'm going to start holding up the layer skull axe, see if I can get better reception. I don't know if it just needs to update or if we need to get somewhere. I don't know. Maybe they wiped it wherever it was, but I don't think we're in a plane we're familiar with at all. Oh, actually, hold on. I'm going to whisper, "Man in the clear."
I'm going to do something very strange, which I've just thought of now and will definitely regret later.
Nice.
Good.
I'm
going to kill all of you.
Edit the document, Ben, because now you can't place your cursor anywhere.
Yeah.
Well, that's it. Man.
You need, I can put it back in the ground.
Well, it might have its own driving force. It might be able to move.
Oh yeah.
Even though you're not grabbing onto it.
Yeah, that's true.
I don't know how.
That makes more sense. It obviously can hop around. Yeah.
But in a way, it's holding it down would be. It's going to be an interesting episode, lads.
Yeah, Ben, how did the whole, I don't need to prep anything, this is going to be grand. Yeah.
We're just inside my notes.
Ben's running away!
Ah!
Okay.
I attack it.
It seems to be called Ben.
Boom.
Did I fall?
Yeah. You feel this whoosh as you get pushed sort of back in space. And as you whisper Manna McLear, Arlington, you find yourself beside the words Manna McLear, and all these other random symbols and letters appear around you as you came to the very first found search results in my note.
I'm the command F of these notes.
If I fell,
Can we read the words clearly?
I would say
Make a perception check as you probe with your mind into the meaning of this.
My mind probes a natural one.
You try to read these words, and instead you feel yourself
Oh
transported.
wait, canonically, I don't think I can read, right?
Exactly.
Yeah.
Well, I don't know that you can read this language either. We don't know that this is common.
Oh, it's gone.
Okay.
Yeah.
It's not that common, you know. It's a bit more exotic than most people would think. It's pretty normal not to be able to read it.
What are you doing?
Yeah,
As
it's like
all
whole
these
sky
words
is
start
changing.
swirling around you in a sort of buffeting storm. I'm actually going to roll some damage. You take 10 buffering damage.
Who does?
Arlington does, as these words
Okay.
kind of summon around him, and instead of reading the words, he clicked. It seemed like he got hyper transported towards something else.
Ooh.
I also like to point out that like Huck is no longer in the area anymore, which is
Oh yeah, I fell. You did something, and I'm I'm still at the sidebar, but there's a lot more going on. I don't know. Is it above me or to my left? It's either or. But seeing as I fell, no, I didn't fall. Did the room extend?
The room extended.
The room
and
extended.
It is about above you and to your left, depending on whether you feel like you're 3D or 2D.
Yeah. Well, no, if the room extended, I can deal with it 3-dimensionally. If I fell, then it's 2-dimensional. That's how I'm figuring it out. In essence,
Actually,
is the
Huck,
green bit the ground? The gray. I don't know why I
The
said
grey
green.
bit? I was like, oh no.
I'm colorblind. Yeah.
Yes, the grey bit is the ground.
Cool,
And why don't we
that's
move
pretty
over
much.
to, let's bounce over to Huck. Huck, you hear your friends talking to one another. You hear Iggy shouting out, did anyone drop this? As she seems to hold, and you get this sort of flash of like pink like, around. Randier's voice seems to get further away, and Arlington just seems to be, there just seems to be a cacophony of activity around him. As words pull up in his space. Arlington, I want you to make an intelligence saving throw.
Oh. Okay. I'm gonna use a different die because this one's not been going well. That's a 2.
Yeah, they know when you change. You can't change.
you gotta power through it. What the?
Oh no, I knew I should have taken a photo with my phone like a creep.
I had
All
read
of
some
those words that you seem to have summoned, you can't hold on to them and they're gone.
Well, you're closer again. Who's able to control the entire width of the room? I yell out.
Maybe the cursor says Ben on it. Do we know a Ben? That's someone we've wronged in the past.
He's clearly an evil wizard, but if we shout, he seems to either do what we say or the world listens to us. You have no power over me, Ben.
He was beside me, but he's gone now.
Oh, I thought you were being literal. Jeez, my good lord.
Or yeah, well, it's Ben is predominantly a male name, but you know, could
What
be
the hell
anything.
are you talking about?
It's an old
There's
halfling
just
name.
there's just a hoping 2 above me. That's the only thing that's going on here.
Sounds nice.
There's a giant. You seem to be able to hear me. You know what? Can I walk through to where I believe Arlington is now? At least that gap above me.
Yeah, you walk through and you delete, I've been to Eberron. Give me an Arcana check, Huck.
Cool. I will find my Arcana stat.
Anyone else have any questions as Keelan rolls?
I
I mean, obviously all of them.
I did a perception check. I got 15 looking around.
Yeah, what were you were looking down, weren't you?
Yeah, I was looking around, but yeah, kind of down, I guess, or like to the right of.
Yeah.
That was like three paragraphs of landscape ago.
Yeah.
You you're keeping an eye on everything. It seems like only here, only on this ground you're standing on, are things kind of disappearing and going. You saw with your perception check of 15, Arlington almost disappeared himself until he managed to pull the information to him instead. And you got the feeling he was going to be pulled down below you, deep, deep down. There seems to be maybe, with a 15, more than 20 layers of ground below you.
Okay, so just from Randir's point of view, Arlington spoke a name. Did I hear that?
Mm-hmm.
Okay, he whispered a name, and then essentially it appeared. He appeared at that name.
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
Sorry, the name appeared by him.
Okay, the name
And
appeared by him.
That's a clarification that's important.
Okay.
It's almost as if the original got copied and moved, as opposed to he didn't go to the original.
Huh.
Okay. Rua? Archfey?
Give me a investigation check.
Ooh, I am
I might
good
be
with
picking him
those.
up.
I rolled a 13, by the way, in the intelligence check
I got a 16.
for Arcana.
16. Given that you are somewhat familiar with space and the concept of trying to bind something to space, you close your eyes and try to pull this word to you, and instead
This is sort of like my nightmare. It's sort of like being beaten up with books. Which
I give you
Not
sticks
my-
and stones any day, you know.
have some sticks and stones right now. I could really
these-
mess this place up with some sticks and some stones.
All these names, they're really hurting me.
Just like my childhood.
Right. Well, did you see that your name's there above us? Just there.
Oh, I see. I'm overcome with a strange urge to try and do pull-ups on it.
Well, I just walked through some of the blocks there and they disappeared. I reckon we don't walk through them. I don't know. They tend to disappear when you do that. We could try. I was wondering.
I freed up some of the text before by damaging it. I don't know if maybe we need to break some blocks to free up some clues. Would that possibly be a thing?
I mean, look, we got to figure it out, I suppose. I was going to say maybe if walking through the thing in the middle destroys everything, that walking around the thing would not destroy it, but it might equally destroy it.
I mean, I've got one pretty certain way of destroying things that I'm historically pretty good at. It's not walking. I've got my new axe, or my old axe. Sort of. That's what I'm thinking, you know?
Okay, well, how about you have at it? I mean, look, maybe destroying things. No, destroying things is definitely always a good choice. Can I walk around? It's gonna be hard. Towards Iggy and then down, as if back to where I was. If you see what I'm doing, like a U. Did anything happen?
you walked around the pillars and walked back down. Seems like there's almost like an endless horizon of nothingness away from here. Now, you kept fairly close. Almost as if there was like an invisible border just like line correcting you.
Okay, and then can I walk up through the leftmost?
You squeeze past without harming them.
Ah, look how strong I am!
And the word that's beside you is but.
But?
No.
Just on the thing, I got a 25 on my intelligence saving throw.
Nice. Words begin to flash before your eyes. It's almost like there's too many mentions of Rua to find one. But you start to see things. You almost have to close your eyes to stop the pain. You start seeing things like your royal hookness, tequila potions, your Rua the Day, the Astral Sea, Jailbreak, God's Trial, horrible bosses, on board Panalana, Pims O'Clock, like all these words where Rua might have had a hand in something, just and
he's gonna pop.
you manage to, before all of it gets pulled up, you manage to sever your connection. And that was just in one seemingly index. You also got glimpses of stuff that was called guilds and factions, people, places, world map and lore, items, generators, encounters, character sheets and backgrounds, DM toolkit, one-shots, and misc.
Ooh, items.
All the best stuff's always in Misk.
I can promise you, it's a pilot. That it's nothing to do with
He
our
could
show.
fly us out of here.
Nothing to do with our show.
DM note: how to incorporate dance numbers into opening spiel.
DM encouragement to DM. Good job, Ben.
Can I push? I know I squeezed in and they moved. Can I actually push them? The word beside me, but I guess.
I'm gonna find out because I tried this
Push
earlier.
the bus.
And it
Push the
didn't
buttock.
didn't seem to work. Because I tried to tab it. But let me see if I just spacebar it. Yeah,
Cool.
you push them down. They're kind of a weird texture. Like they're a little bit soft. They're a little bit malleable. It's difficult to push with such delicacy and yet such force, and they kind of try to, as you pull back your hands, they sort of stick to you a little bit like this long, threaded, goopy black inkness, and you have to shake your hands off like elastic.
It's fan fiction.
Oh, Ben's beside you now, Arlington.
I'm going to smash one of these blocks and see what happens. Is everyone cool with that?
Sure.
Sort of.
Yeah, why not? I can push these ones, so that's good.
But to what end? Where do we just push them into nothingness?
Well, I don't know if I step away, do they bounce back or probably not? Maybe not.
You step away, and they stay there.
Cool. And then I get squished against the wall. Look, they're still there.
I'm gonna leap down to where Huck is and Thor Led Zeppelin smash the closest block.
Cool.
Not the word but.
As you
I'm going to smash that ass.
give me an attack roll. As you do, I'm just going to retcon one thing. You know the way I said there was nothing above you?
Yeah.
I lied. I didn't mean to. It was unintentional. I just forgot that according to the fake rules I made up for the fake way to play through my DM notes, there is technically nothing above you, but you do feel like there's a thin, like wafer thin something, kind of like chest level or eye level. Like you're not at the top layer of this. You're at the one layer down.
Okay.
Just like, am I? Maybe my stream is too far back, but that map that's on the stream isn't the same as what we have. Is that
Oh,
It is. Oh no, it's not. You're right.
like none of the pushing happened? So I'm just wondering if that was.
Oh, we were frozen for a little bit there. In fairness, on the stream.
Okay.
So there it is. It's pushing. It's caught up.
Yeah,
Oh.
we're a
It
bit
takes-
further behind than
It takes a while to kind of catch up. So
Okay, all good.
and adding that,
Fun
it also has a
facts.
30 seconds delay for you. Oh no, wait, no, hang on, sorry. No, yeah, it's a little bit of a delay between the two, between the overlay and the thing.
Lucy,
Okay, we're-
DM notes take time. I spend time on my weekends. So changing DM notes, it's like hours goes into this.
I mean, Ben, it really seems like they just spring out of thin air. So
That's
Yeah,
true. They very much does seem like they spring out of thin air.
are there beads of sweat anywhere that I can see?
No,
Just
blood,
tears.
Just blood and tears.
Okay.
I got a natural 20 for my attack roll.
Okay, so were you attacking the word Arlington?
I was attacking the butt, the block that Huck was trying to push.
Ah, the butt.
The butt. I want to smash that ass.
Okay, boom.
I
You
do.
leap over and spruce. Natural 20.
Mm-hmm.
Arlington, as you smash into the ground, you go further than intended. As you go, roll me a d20.
Just a regular D20?
Just a regular D20.
12?
12. Let's do some D&D maths. 65 minus 12 is 53. Where do you end up? 53. Boom. You land beside the word beyond. And you are no longer on the map. I will explain to you as the player, as I don't have all my TM notes as maps. You see around you, the words are almost neon. They're a different color. It's as if they weren't prepared for visual consumption and just purely for private record. The air feels a little lighter. It's like the tension you were holding in your shoulders melts a little bit, like you're no longer being watched from beyond. There's still the unease, but it's not top of mind. It's slinked down your back and settled into your core somewhere. As you finish off these stone-cursed statues, you find a small obsidian pearl inside each, and everyone, 10 in total. Each and every one, 10 in total, the size of a human skull.
I remember that sentence.
Wait, am I reading this or am I living this?
You're reading this. It's around you in these kind of words that are kind of floating and taking shape like those pillars.
Okay.
But it does sound familiar.
And was there any damage done to the area that I landed in from my attack, or is it all? Am I just kind of like nuzzled amongst narrative?
You're nuzzled amongst narrative, unless you want to, with a natural 20, do like a flourish when you land.
No. That's okay. I'm just gonna write nuzzled amongst narrative for the episode name.
What did I see?
Pardon?
What did I see happen?
You
He's
saw
standing basically in front of me.
Yeah,
so.
you saw Arlington smash down with his axe, and as if the ground wasn't there, go boom, 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 and the ground almost bounces a little bit like a trampoline as he goes. Make me a perception check.
Huck or me?
Huck, as he tries to follow where you've gone.
I want it noted as well that this is the first natural 20 I've hit since, or for an attack at least, since I got the barbarian ability to add an extra damage die to my crits. So I've never done it.
I got a 6.
6. Yeah, he kind of disappeared into the darkness below. We've
lost Arlington. He jumped into the ground.
Which is a normal sentence.
No one jumped with too much force and an axe on the ground. That's the only thing I can say for sure.
Okay. Can I walk around the kind of little pack?
Arlington-shaped hole.
Where do you want to go?
Where I might just, can I just walk around that, see if I can kind of see what that says?
Yes. You do a full loop, and you see, almost as if it's sung, it feels almost musical. I've role-played kings and been all sorts of NPCs. Arlington howls back.
No!
As you do a full circle, where would you like to end up? Beside Rander or Huck?
Beside. Oh no, maybe back beside Rander, because the hoping to I'm curious by, but I'm also, this is talking about us. What is this? And I want to look. Can I investigate Arlington's one as well? Like walk around that if it's possible.
Yes. Yeah. You do. You don't need to roll for this. As you, again, that same kind of melody to these words.
Sorry. Did I say? Oh, sorry. Is Rander up the top?
Rander's up the top. You want to walk around this one here?
Yeah. Is that okay? Or I might have to slide around the edges, but.
You walk around it and you get the full sentence. As famed dungeon master Charlene D'Angelo once said, hoping to find some self-actualization through playing D&D. And you can almost hear that voice as you take in these words.
God?
It's just Ben. It says it there. It'd say God if it was God.
Oh yeah, it's Ben character that seems to be jumping around.
You also need to be careful because there is a anonymous iguana somewhere around as well.
Oh yeah, I have an anonymous walrus. Speaking of, Rander, make me a perception check.
Okay.
I have a slight idea, which is rare for me.
Oh, I got an 8.
An 8.
I was
That's
about to
okay.
get a 21.
Arlington, just for your own, do you want me to paste my notes where you are down below? Just you'll see it, but the stream won't. Do you want me to put you?
Yeah.
Okay.
I'll scroll down.
Boom.
Yeah, because I need to figure out a game plan down here. I have an idea, but I don't know if it'll make sense. Oh, that's
You're
perfect. Thanks.
somewhere down in that area.
Excellent.
8, was it, Render?
Yeah.
That would explain, I suppose, why you didn't see this. Iggy, you might have seen it first just through your passive perception as you're sort of exploring these words. There is a strange noise getting closer. It's like, how do I describe it? Like the expulsion of air, like whoosh, 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 as it's just kind of floating through the space. And the closer it gets, the louder it gets, but it's not necessarily intimidating. And Randa, you turn around. I don't have a token for this, unfortunately. I should have. But you see this large orb-like creature. It's kind of floating in the air. Like every time you hear that noise, it sort of just bounces a little bit. It has these strange, dangly tentacles below it. It's glowing a sort of light green, and then there's these 2 eye stalks above, and they're just looking at you as they say telepathically into your mind. Yes. Well, around here, very curious. And I suppose it's the Z over there. Yeah. Delightful.
It's good to know that Ben sees himself as Hugh Grant when he's thinking.
I suppose you might find a little hook nearby, and Arlington somewhere as well. Yes.
Actually, no, I'll update that. I think with the turtleneck and the glasses, it's more Jeff Goldblum. There we go. It's a bit more accurate.
Pub, I assume.
Yeah.
Yes.
Oh yeah, clearly in the pub.
This is Sunday Ben. Sunday Ben finally gets his day in the spotlight. As you see, this strange thing, glowing green, just floating, and it's like its tentacles are just constantly playing with something. It's like it's very tactile. It wants to. You feel it, you know, reaching out and pulling back and reaching out and no, shouldn't touch. And because it's telepathic, you're hearing these sort of disconnected, you know, what's the word? In your mind as it's trying to talk to you. You shouldn't be here around here.
Hello?
You don't have to speak out loud. I can hear you. It's fine.
It's easier for me to figure this out if I speak out loud.
Well, we should probably include the rest of the party. They deserve to hear. And you all start hearing Iggy and Huck, this strange mumbling in your mind as this creature kind of floats around you, inspecting you and looking at you. Not how I would have seen you, I suppose, or played you if I was to play you. But definitely you.
Can I try?
I thought I was special.
Can I try and like using a magic chalk or like prestidigitation? I'm not sure which, to try and draw the word help to look kind of like columns that'll probably be like more like shiny lights. I'm just gonna write help.
Yeah, you have a magical pen now for bringing things into.
Yeah, what color were you thinking of using with your kind of magical paintbrush?
I was thinking a yellow.
Yeah, you that'll work up.
I'm gonna look up a tentacle thing.
I'm gonna head up to them, seeing as the voice.
Yeah.
I want to try something down in my hull. I don't know if it's better to wait until this is resolved or do it at the same time. I heard it as soon as I said it.
I've just put a little X where this thing is.
Oh, okay.
And I will make them pink.
Okay. Cool. In this world, that seems ominous. Like that was scary.
It does.
What is this spiky thing? The creature that's
giant.
Weird.
Yeah, it's like an evil little kiss.
Yeah.
It's right beside me.
It's quite small, actually. It's not big. It's like basically the size of a balloon.
The Tentacle creature.
This tentacle creature.
Oh, I thought it covered the whole ceiling. Okay.
No. It's very small. It's like balloon sized.
Lucy, I missed a small bit there. How did you write the word help? What did you write it in?
I wanted to use Ben didn't make me specify too much, but I used magic chalk in the air.
Okay, cool.
I was just trying to magic it.
Yeah.
Because it's there, so I'm wondering how we affect the world.
Yeah.
I won't make you use up your magic chalk to write help. Your simple paintbrush can do so.
Yeah, it could not be 3D. She could just write help on the floor.
Mm.
It would still look like that to us.
Yeah.
Does the word help look like the pillars?
It's
Does it look like the hope?
Light.
Sorry.
I was picturing more like the way that I would do things with light, like sort of just drawing things in this. So I wasn't. I don't think I was making it look like massive black pillars. No.
But it doesn't look like the hopping to thing.
No, that's why I think that little help, the yellow, makes more sense. It doesn't. Yeah.
Iggy, roll me an Arcana check as you kind of try to infuse this with this concept of help.
I'm freaking out, man.
I've got a plan, and if it works the way I think it's going to work, this should be a very fruitful episode.
Well,
Well,
that was at 19, but
A 19. You were quite introspective in the last hour or two of your life. To account for Lucy not being on the stream and Iggy in the corner.
she's not dead. I don't know if that was the first time on stream as well.
Not dead.
Ben mentioned mysterious health things, which made it sound worse than the dentist.
I didn't want to disclose your medical information, that you get your teeth cleaned.
Anyway.
But there is something in Hucks Punks, each one being like, I think I represent time and space and destruction, that you knew this during the Beholder fight. It's sort of, you had your awakening before you came to this weird hellscape of nothingness, that you are the embodiment of creation. So the reason you didn't use your magic chalk or anything is because you simply created something that became real here. Here, anything can be created, and provided the right sequence of events take place, the things written here may or may not become real.
Okay.
Provided destiny and fate call for it to be so. In this case, as this weird floating creature goes over to the world, yes, I can help if you want. This is my home. I live here all the time.
This is my house.
Ben?
Pardon?
Sorry, are you Ben?
No, I'm Havana Ball.
It sounds like a normal name.
Yes.
Many people I've met with names.
Is that Ben Clifford? Oh, you mean Havana Clifford? Yes, that crazy old man that lives outside.
Couldn't possibly be the same man.
Yeah.
Havana. That's a name I haven't heard in a long time.
And do you know who we are, Havana?
Well, not as much as you know yourselves, but I know you a little, yes. You're Ignatius Ofla, daughter of Bacchus Ofla, and Maeve Rua, who, destroying the world. Exciting.
How successful do you think she'll be?
It's not for me to say whether she'll succeed or not, but I do know some things.
Do you know Rua's true name?
Well, does anyone before it's spoken out loud?
Did he not just say it, Maeve?
Yeah, it is Maeve. Yeah, you found it out.
We're not in the world of speaking out loud.
Yeah, I'm just making sure that we do know.
Oh yeah, it could have been.
I'm just getting confirmation.
Yeah,
If this is some kind of, it seems like we're either in the plane of knowledge or some kind of plane of knowledge, or we are so far dead that we weren't even allowed into the afterlife in any way.
We were never alive.
I feel like some kind of cruel limbo.
Well, the last I checked, we were in the astral plane. We could be in a plane of knowledge.
Not the astral plane anymore, no. What do you call this? I call it Sunday.
Sunday.
We're more
Sounds
used to
delicious.
Mm.
But there's no
It is.
sun here.
Would you like some sun?
Yes. No? Wait, hang on.
Where's the sun gonna be?
Yeah, how close is it going to be?
Would you like to be transported to the sun?
Randir is engulfed in flames.
If the sun appears over you and you're sucked into it through gravity.
Wes, did you want to do something?
Yes, sorry.
Yeah.
Yeah, can I try? Because I think it might help answer questions if I'm right and also if I'm wrong.
Yes.
Um,
I'm going to step away from the map for this, and for anyone who ends up elsewhere in my notes, it's mapless.
okay. I want to test something in where I am now. Real quick question for the group, I suppose. When we defeated the statues previously and we got those like small obsidian pearls, did we took them, right?
I have them.
You have them?
Yeah.
Do you have all of them or did we divvy them out?
I think, let me check my inventory. I think I may have stolen as many as I could.
I think you took all 10.
I think you
You
took all
did.
10.
Okay. I want to. So I'm surrounded by the text to do with that. You find a small obsidian pearl inside each and every one, 10 in total, the size of a human skull. I want to go up to the 0 in 10, and I want to try and squeeze it so tight that it becomes an 8. And I want to see what happens.
Yeah, give me a athletics check.
Okay. That's 10 plus... That's 21.
Nice.
You squeeze it, and in that squeezing, as you kind of push it all together, you realize, and it's strange, it's almost like as you're touching this, you're not kind of just recklessly destroying it, but you're almost like crafting it and forging it into your will. You know not to turn your hands sideways, because 8 could very easily become infinity.
Mm-hmm.
And it wants to be the most dramatic, exciting, stake-filled thing. And you force it to your will.
Infinity pearls, infinity
pearls destroy Randir's pockets.
Yes, but there's a 1 in front of it, so it'll be infinitine, which I don't know how we handle that.
Yeah, they're a little bit more moody, and they don't like coming out of their room.
Yeah.
And you turn it into 8. And Randir, I suppose unbeknownst to you, you don't know that this is happening because you're probably not looking at the skulls. The 10 turn into 8. But to answer your question, Arlington, yes.
Okay.
Turn into 18. You turn the 0 into an 8.
Oh,
okay.
Well, the 10 turns into an 18.
So I will
Unless the one inadvertently.
Yes, no, you're right. 10 turns into 18. 18. Skulls.
Okay, I stand back from seeing that the 0 has stayed as an 8, and I look to the layer skull axe. I think I'm going to start doing a thing where like I can see my reflection in the axe and I see Grud in it.
I think we're gods of time. We have to tell everyone else. We have to get back. How do we get back up? We jumped really, really far. Where were we? Arlington howls back.
I want to see if anything happens.
Give me an Arlington check.
Okay. I don't know what my modifier is for that.
Well, it's kind of whatever you think the most Arlington thing to check is. I will accept that modifier. As a player, I know you're going to pick the highest number. So that's
No, I don't think athletics is
it's my Arcana. That's the core.
That's the most.
Yeah. The most Arlington thing. Survival, I think. I think survival.
Sure, and actually makes sense here. Trying to survive in this madness.
It's only a 7 altogether.
7. For a 7, I won't give you success, but I'll give you knowledge.
Nice.
The layer skull axe finds its way places. And it's trying to find its way back to your friends. And you feel it as it's on your side. Pull upwards. And if you don't resist, it will point your hand in the air. As if it's trying to get you there. But it is not strong enough.
Okay. I'm going to crouch down, start spinning that thing, and I'm not going to let go of it. But I'm going to Thor throw this thing as hard as I can. Just try and like... Oh, actually, what? No, I don't think I have any rope. Fuck it. No, I'm trying to Thor throw it without like letting go of it and trying to athletics my way back to my friends.
Yes, and I would like you. It seems unfair now that you have your axe back and that you've had, like, we didn't have a big dramatic moment for it, but it seems unfair for you to have to roll religion for these anymore. Because that is just a level of punishment that I, as a DM, did not enjoy implementing before and will not continue as we move towards our end game. But I'm trying to think what it should be. And I will happily defer to you as a DM and rules lawyer. Maybe survival. Maybe being
I
able
think
to...
survival makes the most sense. It's not a crazy ass stat, but he's decent at it, and I think his whole thing has been surviving in shitty circumstances and also living in nature. Oh, hang on. I have advantage on that. I forget why. I have advantage on survival checks. Oh, no, I think it's only when I'm underground or something. Never mind.
Yes.
The underground?
You were
No, we're the opposite of underground.
so high in high concept that you could not be more cerebrally in the sky.
It's a 22 total. I'm going to stick with D&D Beyond. I roll way higher here.
Oh, do you have the Let Me Win toggle on?
I do. I installed the plugin. Yeah.
Nice. Yeah. Nothing below a 15, please. That's the...
nat 20s.
22. You can, if you want, purely use the Thor mechanic of spin and throw. But I also, I dream about it all the time. It seems like a cool thing to do, but I give full creative license to how you get back to your friends, how you want to, now that you understand that you might be able to fly, get there.
Oh, what makes the most sense for Anton? I think
2 and 10 on the axe, and so insane.
I think it's going to look like bullshit, but it's effectively flying. So I think Arlington's going to hold the Lair Scalax up high, and he feels where it's pulling, and then he's going to slam it down to the ground. And as it like makes contact with the ground, there's like a crack, and then he just kind of shatters and exists beside where he wants to go, kind of like a teleport, but effectively flying.
I like that.
Yeah, you gave him a lot of power, Ben. And
I do like that. You feel somewhere in this space that in this weird symbol pillars is carved into what seemed like, I don't want to call it scripture, but like, what's the non-religious way to say, like, very important text? The text. Somewhere in the realities, in the text of reality, in the craftings, in the ramblings of a man, this becomes reality. It's not quite flying, it's not quite teleporting, it's a mix of both. And if this was a film or an animated TV show, they would flip through these styles when needs be. And as sure as you are that you can now sort of fly, teleport to where you need to be, if anything was in your way, they could probably opportunity attack and stop you. You're as sure of that as you are having to roll survival instead of religion, that Manon McClear is dead.
Oh.
And at that point, we'll take our break.
You killed him.
Shit.
He was standing right under you, and you hit him with an axe.
As I teleport, I blink beside everyone and then just stand up and just say,
Brandon McClure's dead.
Why did you do that? Did you fall on top of him when you fell down that hole?
I'm going to put you between the HE and the LP as you appear between. Help!
He LP.
We will take our little...
I ruined Iggy's mess. What you making?
We'll take a little 15-minute break. Before we do, I want to tell you about a couple of things that are going on in the world. If you are in Athenry, and you are watching this on a Tuesday evening and you thought, instead of watching this, I'd love to play it, the Athenry Adventurers meet up in the Athenry Community Hall every Tuesday, maybe every second Tuesday, and you should definitely check them out. They run a whole swath of D&D games for all the cool kids and teens in Athenry. If you're looking for some entertainment on Thursday night, you can head over to youtube.com/Hucks hear us out, I think. Or you can definitely just search Hear Us Out. Paul, what's this Tuesday
Um,
coming up?
this Thursday.
This Thursday.
What's this Tuesday? You doing nothing? Yeah.
Yeah. So, which is Thursday, 8 p.m. UTC +1 time, which is we are going to be talking about separating art from artist, with the which is announcement of the Flash movie being released, and allegations and controversies and stuff like that from Ezra Miller coming out, which is we are talking about, can you separate the art from the artist? Which is, this is probably going to be one of our most cagey and carefully
Heavy
talked
topic.
about.
Yeah.
Not at all a depressing conversation to have.
Well, not yeah.
I mean, interesting. Yeah.
It can be very difficult, which is because there are plenty of films out there that have and been made by people who have had allegations and stuff like that brought against them, and which is can you enjoy them anymore and stuff like that. So we're going to be talking about that.
In the very last Hero Said episode, Patrick made an excellent point. I'm sure he's going to make it again on Thursday, so I won't spoil it here. But I won't spoil it. So
I'm going to stop talking now.
Glad you stepped in with that one.
And I
so
will tell
that's
you.
the end of me.
I can't believe we got a homebrew and a Hero Side cliffhanger for our break.
Yeah.
Yeah. Right, we'll be back in 15. Stick with us. We're all going to get ourselves, by we I mean me, a glass of water, as the party now know what they can do here, and this could change the course of the adventure forever. Replace fantasy with space, who knows? Let's
Delete
fucking
Rua.
anything's possible. So we'll be back in 15. Chat to you then.
See you after the break. We're
Welcome back to part 2 of Homebrew. The party have broken through the fourth wall and landed directly into my, Sunday Ben's, DM notes. They've just about figured out how they can manipulate and explore this space, bringing things into reality, and more importantly, deleting them out of reality. And we find ourselves in a strange void space where the words are just sort of stretching eternally into the sky and eternally down below, as Hucks Punks, now gathered back together as Arlington flies, almost teleports with the quickness of a lightning flash and lands beside them, having lost himself in episode 53. And beside them is this strange, balloon-sized, slightly glowing green creature with many tentacles, constantly touching things, trying to reach out to the players, and no, but there may be trouble ahead. As he looks around, and they've met this creature that seems to live here.
Okay.
Oh, you've made a friend?
Yes, a new friend.
Is this Ben?
He says his name's Havana,
Havana Ball.
but his cursor says Ben.
No, no. That's not me.
Do you know who Ben is?
Yes. Well, Ben is my creator. Ben is a part. Well, I was about to say Ben's a part of me, but actually, interestingly, but I'm a part of Ben. I suppose you could call me Ben's imagination.
I was literally going to guess that. That was going to be my follow-up. Of course, you see your imagination as a floating green tentacle thing.
Flump? Yeah, 100% a flump.
Flump. Oh, of course, yeah, that's it. I knew there was. I was like, "There's no way this doesn't already exist in D&D."
I went to D&Dify my imagination. It's a flump. Something when you knock prone stays prone.
And we find out that the world's called Sunday.
Here is mostly Sunday, though I suppose today is Tuesday.
Okay, he's changed the name of the world, but
Havan, who has the obsidian pearls from those skeletons? I want to test something.
Oh, I remember very clearly that that Randir has them.
How many pearls do you have, Randy? Check your pearls.
He opens up his bag and looks to him. It's just there's 18 of them here.
I did that. I changed time. I'm a god of time. It was 10, and I changed it to... Does everyone remember it being 10? That's kind of...
I thought 18 sounded right to me. I don't know. It was a bunch. It was a bunch of them. I can't say.
Actually, yeah, Ben. Does the rest of the party remember it as 18 now?
All of you make intelligence saving throws.
Yeah,
great.
I hadn't thought of that. What if I'm a man out of time?
My first good roll of the night.
10, 18. Is anything really true until it becomes true?
Not 20. So 28.
11.
17.
17. Yes. Rander, you remember it being 10. Iggy, you remember it being 18. Sorry, Rander, 18. My mistake. You remember it being 18, Rander. Iggy, you remember it being 10. Hook, oddly, you remember it being 11.
Yeah, you know what? He did change it. He did. There was 11 of them. I'm certain.
Yeah, there was definitely only 10 of those. How did you do that exactly?
I think we can... It seems to be a folk tale of our lives, and I think we can change it. So I'm thinking if we can find a way to navigate to your mother's entry or whatever, we could potentially give ourselves an advantage by changing something retroactively. I haven't. What if we, Havana? What's the best way to navigate this place? I've sort of been fluking around, but I want to track down a specific moment in recent history. How feasible is that, or is it kind of a crapshoot?
Navigate your way around here. Well, I tend to just, can you? Can you? And he reaches out his tentacle and grabs your hand and goes, "Can you?"
I dance with him.
And where do you want
this is fun, but it's not really doing much.
Roll grapple.
Muscle memory tackle into the ground.
I mean, not that I think about it constantly all the time, so it's the first thing that comes to mind. But if I could theoretically go back to that like quite pivotal deal I made with my mother and like figure out the wording to that, or maybe adjust it, even just know the wording.
Or if we can change it to you have to get in the way.
That would be huge. That's much better than my plan. I just wanted to get Fragorak off.
I thought I'd turn that 1
bed.
into a 2, and it would have 28 skulls.
Let's go back to the skulls.
I mean, changing your deal, that could be good. We could just remove Rua from existence. Let's destroy everything.
That would destroy the
I feel.
That's true. That could have an effect. Yeah.
As the recent god of time, my instincts say maybe deleting someone is probably dangerous.
But my instincts are to destroy
because
everything.
If we delete her from time, Iggy might not be here anymore.
I know, that's a legitimate problem. Maybe we change her name to Brewer, and that'll teach her.
The way that you save the world is by killing Iggy. I mean, I think I'm fine with that.
Huck isn't fine with that. And the many other things that might change when you remove Rua from recent ever existing. It is, you make a fair point. Look, this destruction business is tough. The change in your deal might be the most lucrative if we can get anywhere. That's the real trick.
I think that's the one. That's what we should try. Well, should we do a tester first? Because that seems like it could be.
Find out exactly what Rua's plan is as well. Let's try that.
We've tested that the diamonds, the pearls thing works. I'm wary of changing something that affects us so directly as the deal, but is there any point in testing the water with something else? Maybe we just go straight for the deal. I think that's a great one to build up to, or to just check off the list early.
Havana, is there any way of getting to my level? I can't know what that is.
Why don't you guys go? Why don't you guys go ahead and go to that deal part? I'm gonna go sort out some other stuff, I think.
Just give your cousin back his money.
I was gonna say that I already paid him and didn't lose anything. Not that Randir was gonna become a brew god.
I was gonna say, Randir, if you go back and change your past, you won't be with us. Which I, again, very selfishly, you're free to do that, I guess.
Oh wait, I can rewrite my history and have myself as like out of.
Wait, yeah, you had a tragedy in your past where a mine collapsed on your family, but you want to make sure you don't owe your cousin any money.
And also, like
not to interrupt, but I should remind that where you are is anything that would be in Ben's notes, but anything that might be in your own individual notes, I cannot. You're assuming that Ben wrote these things down, that he cared enough about you to put it somewhere here, and he may not have.
He is a cruel and unfeeling god, I understand.
Mm-hmm. Well, he may have noted the exact wording of the deal, and he might have noted what the overall plan is. Or if it just says Rua's, I hope the players don't find out that Rua's weakness is Thursdays.
Who are these players?
What word would get us to?
Existers, sorry.
I throw my head back and shout,
Manon and McClure are dead.
Why did you do that?
I need to find out what happened.
Does anything happen?
Make me a. What are you trying to do? Are you trying to pull?
I'm trying to see if there are any notes from outside what we were doing about what might have killed Manon and McClure or why he's dead.
Sure.
Can I try to help?
I'm specifically not conferring with the group because this is a very selfish thought.
I won't help.
Oh, we're growing selfish.
I mean,
you can help Huck to answer that question. Iggy, did you have something before I?
Oh no, batting fly, not politely putting up my hand.
I was going to help if it's planar based. Or
investigation.
Ooh.
And yeah, you can take advantage because Huck is helping.
So that is okay. First roll's good. So it's 18.
18. Nice. Give me a intelligence saving throw.
Can't help you there.
Just to rub salt in the wound. 10.
10. Okay, cool. Take 11 points of buffering damage as these words try to pull themselves in front of you.
Ow.
Oh, is
You
this what
don't-
you were saying?
Get specifically Manon McAleer, but you do get the words flayed gods, cosmic energy leaking onto the earth, scorching it.
Cosmic energy, what? Leaking out to the earth?
Leaking onto the earth, scorching it.
Do you reckon the cosmic energy is us?
Could it be planes overlapping? Maybe it's part of Rua's plan?
Yeah.
That's what we're doing right now.
Could she kill a god with her plan? They never seemed like they were in
Have we
danger.
encountered the flayed gods? It doesn't ring a bell for me.
No, maybe the god. I thought the gods were just being flayed. It was
Hey.
an action.
If it's can I roll like knowledge, history, or like history or something like that to see if I can know about any kind of flayed gods? If it's
give
an
me
actual
religion or history, either or.
Either way, I think something's going on back in the other planes.
It's not like we're hanging out here for fun.
Fair point.
I got a 12.
12. There are no flayed gods. You know that.
Okay.
You don't know what it might mean, but you do know that it's being used as a verb and not a noun or adjective.
Yeah,
whatever.
I wanted to get it cleared up.
Yeah, they have been flayed, not that there are flayed gods.
I didn't want to find out that we have another bunch of enemies that we have to deal with other than Guinness.
The flayed ones.
Yeah,
That's
Guinness the dragon.
homebrew 2, the flayed gods.
Creepy House of Bolton freaks.
Yeah, flayer's gonna flay.
Don't hit the flare.
Can I
Flay?
Hate the
whisper
pain.
future? I
Future.
want to try and go to the word future, but I'm just going to sort of whisper it and maybe go.
So you're going to
Because
get teleported back to that time when you found, I have a present for Arlington.
This is a big day for me.
Future. Let's see what I can find. Oh,
What I'm
okay.
looking for here is like that there's a section that's like, what's going to happen in the future?
Future.
Oh,
And
yeah, I
spot-
assumed. Give me a investigation check and a intelligence saving throw.
Sure.
This is going to happen as it.
Can I don't know if I can use this beer magic. Biden time. Like, it's time related, but it's sort of the opposite of the future. Biden.
But biding your time means you could take time to read what comes out. rather
Yeah,
than being
I'm just-
bashed out.
Whatever this means. So what am I doing? Sorry, and then intelligence throw?
You're making a investigation check with advantage because you're biding your time, and then an intelligence saving throw to see how much damage you might take from trying to peruse these notes.
Okay.
And
You
for
could use
once
the
in
you
history,
could use the biding your time on the second one, and then the notes might come out slower, thus not hurting you.
Oh yeah, sure. Yeah, pick where you want to put your advantage.
Well, the first roll that I did was for investigation was 17,
Mhm.
and then for stupid question, an intelligence saving throw. That's just rolling intelligence, is it?
Yeah.
Something-
But
You
get
have a
slightly
saving throw
more.
section.
Yeah, you get.
Oh, yeah.
It's not
Oh,
like your direct.
Because you might have a proficiency.
Oh, that's the one I always click. So I hope that's right.
Good to know.
Okay.
I don't think I've ever made you make checks, so that's okay. But checks are slightly different.
Okay.
Don't be
That's-
rolling checks your sheet can't cash. So
I just pulled,
Lucy's
I just
checks
pulled
tend to
the save
bounce.
throw there. Okay. Sorry. Do these top ones roll if I click them? Oh, they do.
yeah, they do. Yeah.
Never clicked those before ever. Okay.
The more you know.
That was a 7 to intelligence saving throw.
Ooh, you take 11 buffering.
but
damage.
Oh, wait,
if
no.
if the
I
intelligence was being done as an
I
advantage,
was supposed to
then-
do advantage on that one.
Yeah, sure.
Sorry, advantage on that one. Yes, 17. Okay.
Nice.
Fine.
You take 5 buffering damage.
Ooh.
And your investigation was relatively high, I think.
17
17.
also.
17. Yeah, you see a bunch of words, and as someone who is getting their mind wrapped around the idea of creation, you feel like if you actually grab one of these words, you might go there. There's like a sort of like a pull. You see the word dickweeds. You also see, well, this is awkward. You see tequiling potions, plot thickens, what if?
I'm gonna-
Session
Sorry. Can I grab? I think tequiling potions makes me think of Ash, or makes me think of Ted, and I'm thinking maybe that's the episode that I made the deal on.
Canonically, it also makes you think of ash, which is the flavor in your mouth after you
Sorry,
melt it
yes,
with Ted.
yeah, I realized.
Oh, did you want
I
a
saw
tequila
Ben's
potion?
face light
I've
up when
got
he
one.
made that connection.
Ah.
Yeah.
Can I grab the tequiling potion and try and go to there?
Yes, as you do, your hubris. You do also see Rua find a bottle, but anyway, you get brought to tequila potions. So you are now in the session notes for tequiling potions. You gave the recap for this, Lucy. Just a little fun fact.
That should give me advantage on reading.
Yes, and there's a section called "If Rua Needs to Turn Up," which I suppose was a note to myself. And Rua does turn up because I think this is where you made your deal.
Yeah.
Okay, I knew it.
Nice.
And as you're specifically looking for that, there is no deal here.
Yeah, is this the notes for the episode
Yeah,
in
this is
advance of the
Ben's
episode?
note.
However, that's not to say that you cannot create a deal here,
Ah.
which will then take effect.
Now, what I want is for it to still get all the benefits of the deal, but to not be tied to the what
I am your mother. Here is a gift. End of deal.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, okay.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Or-
I mean, can I try that? Can I try and write in the same way that I was writing help?
Here is a list of my greatest weaknesses and fears. I love you.
yeah. Or how about I give you all my power and promise to stop what I'm doing? And then,
I think I'm gonna write. Rua is filled with pride and love for her daughter, and her daughter feels that every day. This takes quite a while, so this might other people's going might happen.
Did she
I'm
disappear?
really trying to- She feels that love inside her every day, and she regrets leaving her as a child. And so, as penance, she gifts her a book and its powers with no expectations or requirements to fulfill. In fact, she would respect her if she ever rebelled. Full stop. I don't know. I've had some beer now. I don't know how effective it's going to be.
Is
It's a
her
good thing Ben's
respect-
not known for his brevity, because that should fit in
She
okay.
would respect her if she ever rebelled.
Yeah. Does that mean she'll only respect you if you rebel?
Yeah. She's actually disappointed that you haven't so far.
No, because as we all know, Rua is filled with pride and love for her daughter.
Sorry,
And her daughter feels that inside
not-
of her every day.
But not respect.
Yeah.
This all smacks of I have to go, my planet needs me edits. Like,
This is the last
As I'm
episode of
saying all that,
Homebrew.
the fear of
Yeah.
I know that. Oh, sorry. I know you're going to go into like the minutiae of this, like how deals are made. So that was as far as drunk stream of conscious. I can't wait to see how that's going to bite me in the ass. I assume by like a fire that burns inside her and kills her.
obviously, that's a fair assumption.
Yeah. My pride is pain, and my love is pain.
Yeah. Pride is a pride of lions, and she feels it scraping inside her every day.
And my love
This
is
a good poetry workshop. I'm glad I came.
It's not the love a mother feels for her daughter, but the love it's one of those like Greek definitions of love, but one of the bad ones. Don't they have like 7? Keelan, do you know this? Where there's,
Obsession.
like,
And,
I think
Yeah.
I've heard something
Yeah.
along those lines. Yeah.
Yeah.
But,
yeah.
You
okay.
begin to carve this into reality. And with every word, of which there are, I can word count this.
No, wait.
Can I? No, maybe not. I thought I had a shortcut for word count. You hear a like this growling, sort of snarling, defensive noise build up behind you. You're too busy riding this down to notice that, like, what little light there is in this world is sort of cast a shadow over you And in that vast expanse of nothingness, where there is essentially just darkness and possibility, you begin to hear the pounding of feet. Pum, 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 moving closer towards you. And the occasional stretch down and sniffing of air as something begins to hunt you. But as you rise, she would be respectful if she ever rebelled, full stop. And you are filled with a mother's pride and love. I need to ask you, fundamentally, since that day, how does this change Iggy as a person?
There is an inner confidence that just suddenly appears. Her shoulders are a little higher. Her chest is literally more filled. She's maybe she's a bit more insufferable, you know.
Could you put it through?
You think having a good childhood makes your shoulders higher?
I don't know. I think
The visualization of pride?
Yeah.
It makes you
Better
insufferable, is what it does.
Better
Yeah.
posture.
Oh, yeah, that's
Become
absolutely
more-
different. Yeah.
More insufferable.
Yeah, people with happy childhoods are insufferable. I agree with that.
Yeah.
I think there's a flush comes to her from like some wrinkles disappear because of her, you know. Who knows? Because I hope that it didn't actually change anything. To be fair, everything still happened and everything because she still left her. She just regretted it.
How do you think this would affect her relationship with boy whose name I can't remember from her hometown?
Cahill? Connell?
Oh, yeah. Would things
I'd say-
could
I'd
things have worked
say-
out differently with Cahill?
I'd say they scored a lot more. You know?
She was less of a prude.
Yeah.
Nice.
What I like is two things. One, maybe she's born with it. Maybe it's a mother's love. Two, I'm glad you didn't put it through the male gaze and have like a glasses off, hair down moment, because that would be awful.
That would be weird.
How
exactly.
grim would it be if the one female member of this podcast did that?
The male gaze is a pervasive
I know,
fucking problem.
but
It's a
Yeah. Oh my god, she feels thinner, guys.
It's so grim.
Don't
Look
worry.
at that hourglass
Unfortunately, I know that doesn't work. That's not how you get it. But yeah. I mean, this is huge though. Iggy is like full, like beaming here. I don't really know how this works in terms of do I know. How does it work? Do I know that I've changed? Or yes,
Yeah.
I can
Yeah,
see
as a
what I wrote.
As a DM, this
Oh.
sounds like Iggy's more charismatic, wouldn't you say?
Yeah, she's probably a 22. I like the book that she got.
Get any more?
Oh.
Sometimes roleplay doesn't affect the stats that you have on your character sheet.
I feel
Yeah,
like
I think 21 charisma. That's
Oh, bump it up to a 22, actually. All right, Wes is right.
I don't know.
I feel
Don't know
like
how to-
there's a lot more stories of us going through towns or going through things where Iggy has just gone, well, my parents love me, and Rander's just been like, oh.
Yeah.
She went through the orphanage. Sounds like, oh, it would suck to not have loving parents.
Hold on.
I mean, is she gonna? Yeah.
Rander. Wait. Rander, do your parents not love you?
No, they do. No, I'm
Okay,
just...
good.
It's just,
Yeah, I was
it's just I don't know how this world works, because Arlington has created that my parents instead of my friend died or didn't die. You know,
I didn't create it. I just misunderstood.
we don't know how this world works. I can suddenly have now a tragic backstory
Oh,
quickly.
if the fact that Arlington didn't listen to your story thoroughly means that he killed your parents, that's pretty dark.
They only existed in the story.
Um,
Yeah. Outside of character, I wonder if Iggy's going to have any repercussions for forcing her mother to have pride in her and knowing that she's done that. But
Keelan, I will answer your question with another question. Do you think I face repercussions when I write bullshit down in these notes?
yeah, from some people.
I suppose I've played the repercussions of sometimes they don't happen.
Yeah.
Uh,
No. I'm messing. It's an interesting dilemma. Well, she might now not actively not help us with Rua as much if she's like
well, no,
feels
because
I mean,
proud
It's
and
a pretty
loved.
terrible job at not helping.
Yeah.
well, like
So-
you got the respect thing now. We got the respect clause.
Get the old respect
Yeah,
clause.
hopefully.
Yeah.
Which she needs to
That's
revolt
true.
against her mum to
She has
get
no
the
problems.
respect. She's got love. She's got love
Did
and
any-
kindness and stuff like that.
Did anyone else see Rua final battle fly by? I feel like I saw that fly by.
That was just in Iggy's mind as she searched.
No, the last thing I saw was Arlington's funeral. I didn't get that far.
Can I try and
That's
go back to the others, or retreat and tell them what I've done?
Yeah,
You're back. You're back in. Like it's almost like no time had passed at all.
Okay. I'm gonna try and remember what I said and tell them that's what I wrote.
Well, that was the deal you made in the first place. It all surprised me. Sorry, can I roll memory again?
Yeah, sure. Yeah. Anyone who wants to remember the
Natural 20. Damn.
Nice. You know
even though I was going with a bit where I didn't remember. Yeah, good. I do. Good job.
18.
Okay.
18. Nice. Yeah, you all remember the original deal. You know that history and reality has been shaped. As the ideals of space and time, how do you feel about this?
I feel like normally Arlington would be pretty upset that we're disrupting the natural order of time, but the god of nature is dead, so fuck it.
Also, Arlington's grieving.
Time, yeah, he's focusing in the fact that like time is chaotic now because he's gone a bit nihilistic.
Yeah, also, you're having your first gaff party now that parents have gone and there's no repercussions. You'll forget it.
Arlington has like 5 father figures, but he's never had one die before. He's not dealing with it well.
None of them have stepped up like a stepfather figure.
Randers doesn't mind because it has nothing to do with space, since it's a concept of a contract, not an actual physical thing.
It was written down physically.
Sorry, I meant to rephrase that. Rander, as a businessman, how do you feel about contracts being renegotiated?
He gets out his spectacles.
This is an outrage.
Sits down on nothing, like somehow just sits down in space, and he's just like,
"Let me start auditing your friend's wishes."
Yeah, let me just go over this contract here. Oh, I don't like this clause, this respect clause.
Yeah, do you think that was well written? Do you think she'll be mad? Is that probably fine?
Well, look, it's mad that all of these words might actually have an effect on the real world anyway. I mean, that's what I'm worried about. If it works, great. If it doesn't,
yeah, I didn't really think about it. Honestly, as soon as I did it, I thought, wait, I really probably shouldn't have done that.
But do you feel proud, actually? Do you feel loved?
I feel fantastic.
I
feel like great sleep.
I feel like you look great. So it looks like it worked, which brings to mind, are these the words that control all of our lives?
And if so, is anything you fancy gently adjusting?
I don't know how this. I don't know.
I like you were meant to break into song there.
Yeah.
I don't know.
It's the musical episode finally.
Now that we're in my musical notes.
I guess Huck's finding it slightly terrifying that it worked and that this exists. It means that old halfling Plato might have been right. there might be a world of forms.
You're right. He was definitely a halfling.
They're all halflings.
Small philosopher syndrome.
They're the most well-educated race. That's the way of ending that sentence without seeming creepy at the end.
Yeah. It's a D&D. It's a hard thing to navigate.
Yeah. I kind of think of. I mean, is everything here? It looks like it doesn't have lots of stuff. I mean, does it have my history? Does it have what could you change? And also changing stuff could be very dangerous. You appear to be actually. Was that an act of creation or an act of destruction? Or was it both?
Sorry.
What Iggy did, I think I'm fine with it because it was an act of destruction.
I would think of it more as an act of creation, personally.
You would say that.
Yeah.
I kind of think the power of this is too much. Anyone have anything? How did you even find out? How did you even get there?
I just sort of thought about it, and I saw all these puns that really sounded quite familiar to our life. And it was all very quick and fast. I mean, it did hurt. It hurt at some point, but
what's the cauldron called again?
Dagda's
Dagda's
Cauldron.
Cauldron.
Dagda's Cauldron. I'm going to think about Dagda's Cauldron.
Maybe we should do
Nice.
that.
Make me an
Ah,
investigation check and an intelligence saving throw.
What if we
Good move.
write somewhere that we come up with a spell that teleports the cauldron from wherever it is currently into your bag of holding, and no one.
That's not unreasonable.
Or
Sorry,
there's
so,
a little known fact: if you say Dagda's Cauldron 3 times, Randier gets it.
Yeah.
If anyone
Um,
says it 3 times.
just out of curiosity, so am I rolling an investigation check? Or
If you want to look for Dagda's Cauldron,
cool,
then absolutely.
25.
25. And then your intelligence saving throw.
25.
25. Nice. You
You
take
gotta-
5 points of buffering damage.
You gotta love those proficiencies.
Like the hit show Chuck, words begin flashing before your eyes in some sort of... and you see the words, Nude Awakenings, Plot Thickings, On Board Planola, OMG Hags, Lords of Dogtown, No Plane No Gain, Hibernia Overview, Getting Iggy with It, and then the Dagda's Cauldron.
Cool. I'm gonna look around and see if it's like, am I in the prefix of items, since I was also go through that kind of.
You're mostly in a index called Past Sessions.
Okay.
There's one called Places, and there's one called Session Outlines, and there's one called World Map and Lore.
Okay. I guess I'll go to Dagda's Cauldron location.
Dagda's Cauldron location.
What was the name of that hill?
Here's an interesting thing. Give me an Arcana check.
All right.
on
I
a
got an
page
8.
An 8. The thought crosses your mind, but you do not have the ability to do it. In fact, you think it would take something called an admin to do this. It does not exist, but that does not mean you could not create it.
Okay.
But you are not the ideal of creation.
Okay. So I'm gonna go back to Iggy. But hang on, because wouldn't location be? I'm not trying to create anything. I'm trying to change where it is, which would be space.
Yeah, but
Yes,
if
you
Ben
could do
never
that.
wrote, oh yeah,
However,
what if Ben never wrote down where it was?
you go to location, which is in this. Your location is the section, and Histories of Hibernia is the page you land on. And you see an old location. It doesn't exist anymore. The Dagda's Cauldron was in the vaults of Dunmore,
Okay. And
but it's no longer in the vaults of Dunmore.
okay.
And this is part of the Age of Enlightenment. So you're in Histories of Hibernia, currently in the Age of Enlightenment.
Okay. So I guess I would. There's no like current location?
Not in my notes.
Okay.
Because
Um, I'm going to.
I never have to write it down. I know where it is.
So with Havana's kind of psychic link, can I also talk to Iggy?
You could speak out loud, but
Oh, am I still? I haven't teleported anywhere. I'm still.
no, you're now bringing information to you. So
Oh,
you're
okay,
now just in
okay.
this kind of black space.
Iggy, I need you to create a current location of Dagda's Cauldron to be with us.
Okay. Here, what do you think? Is this page? Do you think where we are, or here, or?
I think we need to go to locations or create it in locations and create like current location of the Dagda's Cauldron is with the Hucks Punks.
Oh, okay.
I can just before you do this, just so you know, I can tell you your current location is episode 65 Shark Jumpers. So if you want to put it in episode 65 Shark Jumpers,
They find Dagda's Cauldron and pick it up. Location. Oh, okay, yeah. Put a location in Shark Jumpers.
But
And,
what if it means it gets stuck here and not?
we'll pick it up.
That would
as
be
soon as
fine if it gets stuck here. If it gets stuck in some weird alternative knowledge plane thing away from Rua, it would be fine.
Unless she has some great way of finding it, and then she tracks it down again, and then she's in the notes and it changes everything. That'd be bad.
I will tell you, as DM, not as Havana, which I kind of like as a nick. Just people call me Havana from now on. It's a cool nickname. But Rua won't be able to. Like, I feel like Rua exists in here. Anything I can do, Rua can do. You know, like there's a DM, NPC, big bad, blurring of lines. Only you and Havana are here, and that will be like an archfey. I won't lie to you. Rua can't come to the notes.
Okay. Cool.
Just so you know, just in case you're like, there's some bullshit here.
Well, hopefully my new contract will work, because by doing this is definitely ruining her plans, which is great.
Yeah, it's definitely plays into your respects clause.
Yeah, I'm rebelling. Yeah. Okay, I'm going.
So we'll know if it works if you feel respected.
Okay, that'll be a new feeling. I can't wait. My town really didn't respect me when I saved all those people, so...
Can I just say...
It's true they didn't.
I feel we had to
leave very quickly.
I feel a little hurt. Did you not feel respect and love for the Hucks Punks?
Well, I guess I wasn't sure what I was looking for. Maybe I'm going to experience it and realize, no, I feel that all the time.
It was the friends on the journey all along.
Can I write again? And I'm going to maybe have a little drawing as well.
Let me just change this font.
No, maybe I should do a drawing.
So I know, because I won't remember this myself as Ben, that you had written this. So I'm going to change it to yellow, so I know that Lucy wrote this in my notes.
Now this is how this works. This is how the magic really works.
No, but even just in my own head, if we ever do like a recap or a question episode, I will be convinced I wrote this.
It's the old cognitive dissonance. That's what every D&D game needs.
So we need it to be in this
I'm going to
episode.
let the words together draw it.
Pardon?
So Roger, you can pick the wording and I'll create it.
Whoa! I think a lot of us should pick the wording here because. Okay, yeah, no. My suggestion would be to bring it to this
just
episode.
Stream of consciousness. Don't think about it. What's the worst that can happen?
Yeah, that is true.
Bring it to the episode. Just write it. If we just have to write here.
Yeah.
So this cauldron pops up. Right.
So this cauldron pops into episodes. What is the episode called again?
Jumping sharks or jumper sharks. Jumping sharks.
Shark jumpers.
Shark jumpers. Shark jumpers. That's what it is.
Yeah.
Episode 65. In front of the Hucks Punks.
Last time someone seems like they're going to attack you unless you put a full stop. So how do I end this sentence?
With a full stop.
With a full stop.
Okay, in front of the Hucks Punks. Oh, full stop. Okay.
Thanks, Ben. Full stop.
And there are no repercussions.
Yeah.
Full stop.
Rander is a brew god.
I didn't write that part yet.
Damn it.
Hold on, I've spelled repercussions wrong. Okay.
Yeah. It's fair, it's a tough word.
What? Wait, there are no repercussions. Don't we want some repercussions, like us having it?
That's not really a repercussion.
Repercussions is usually a bad thing.
Okay.
But I could be wrong there. I've never heard it used in a positive light.
Yeah, repercussions are more of a kind of, I guess, an effect after the fact. So.
Okay.
Delightfully devilish, Seymour. I have put it into the episode.
Is it there?
It's not in front of you now.
Ah. Okay. Want to help us out timing-wise, Arlington? Scroll us forward in time?
Or scroll
that's not
forward?
how it works, really. You're just the concept of time.
You could just say now.
Yes, I mean, I can sort of try and
now.
Concentrate and try and...
When will then be now? Soon.
You're right down now.
The unfortunate downside to all of this is that I'm acutely aware there is no now, unfortunately. It's all now. I'm just messing with you. I bring us back to now.
I'm just seeing Lindsay suggested we should have put it in the sidebar to protect. That would have been good.
Throw Kip to the sidebar. That would have been great.
if Rua had gone into the sidebar, she'd wreak havoc.
She would
No,
actually.
it's not good anywhere.
I'm sad I won't get to use this, but Never Cursed was the name of a beer I picked up today. I'm just thirsty for another beer.
I mean, you will get used to it. Lucy.
I think we've had
Iggy
some
basically
really good
uncursed
names
herself.
in the sidebar, but no real opportunities to use them. I don't think.
Like
I
zombie
use regular fizzy water.
You did.
plain bubbly water.
Yeah, plain bubbly water.
Plain bubbly water. I use plain
That's a
bubbly
good name.
water to fly around. It's a plane.
Like Charlie and the Chocolate Factory.
This would, by the way, Keelan, this would be your time to create your plane of snakes.
Aye, that's true. We can finally invent the plane of snakes. And then we could finally get these goddamn snakes off these goddamn plane.
Has that been on your to-do list?
It's been
It's
on
an old
every-
halfling thing.
yeah. There was this halfling. It's a prophecy that there will be a halfling called Patrick who will remove all the snakes from this plane. I was hoping I'd meet him, but we could just do it.
Because you wrote in and there are no repercussions, what would you like to do next?
I don't know. Yeah, that worked.
yeah, genuinely did.
You see
Yeah.
a folder.
No, you don't. No, I did put it into this episode, but I did not put it in where you are. To show you the hubris of players don't always reach the points in the notes that you need them to be at. But if you reach here,
Can we like scurry around the notes and try and find it? Not deleting anything, but along the edge.
yes, you
specifically.
can. However, I lied again, and I didn't mean to do so. I put it into the episode 65 Shark Jumpers. You're currently in the notes of episode 64.
We have
You're
to get...
one page behind. Sorry, that was that thing. that
Havana
was sort of
tricked us.
floating. It was Ben. Havana is faultless.
A perfect being.
Havana's a good boy, and Mom's like him.
Can we go to everyone think about episode 65 Shark Jumpers? Oh wait. Arlington, you've moved through space in this place. How do you do you think you could get to episode 65?
Oh, and then
We bring us
episode 65, and then they return to Hibernia, safe and sound at the end.
No.
Way out of here. That would probably be helpful.
First of all, we should get that cauldron. Let's not forget the cauldron.
I mean,
but
it
you
stays
have to
here.
go to that episode to get the cauldron.
Okay, I just want to say that Rander really actually wants that cauldron because it seems like it would be really handy for brewing beer.
Yeah,
There's like an infinite amount of beer.
Yeah. There's
It
not
could
a
be
lot
the
storage
antithesis of the
storage.
beer story. You would just drink beer out of the cauldron forever. We'd never have to buy new beer.
I assume if we go to episode 65, it's going to say all this stuff that we've been doing so far. Oh no, it's not for today. Sorry, it's not like a transcript.
Aye. Yeah. I mean,
so if we go there, maybe the cauldron is there, and then we can also write our way home.
Yes.
why not? Arlington, you're the only one who's actually moved to a different location in the Sunday, the world of Tuesday, the world of Tuesday.
Wait, do you want to move to this episode that they've listed as, or do you want to go somewhere else within this sort of
No,
area?
let's try the episode and get the
Any of you
cauldron.
have anything else you wanted to do?
Rander is a brewing god.
I
It
mean,
doesn't
if you
hurt
convince
anybody,
Iggy, if you
and
can
it just
convince
it doesn't hurt anybody, and it just makes me better at brewing beer. That's all it does.
Okay, with
does it make you better at brewing beer? Just because you're the god or something?
Oh, sorry. Iggy, can you make an intelligence saving throw?
Iggy dies. Shit.
She knows he's not the brewing god.
Ooh, yes. 18.
Nice. You take, what is that? 26 divided by 2. 13 points of buffering damage.
Oh, shit.
Does that count as a repercussion, though?
That's a There's no repercussions of moving the cauldron, but there are repercussions to moving things in my notes.
What did I do? Was that from what did I just do? From when? Which part?
Although you do bring up a very good fucking point, Paul.
Yeah.
There are no repercussions.
Yeah. It's very dangerous. The other thing is by removing
there's zero repercussions.
Yeah.
Although I will argue back now that we're in this. This is not a repercussion. This is a mechanic.
It's not about the cauldron. It's about the time ending.
Also, this would have happened. This would have happened in order to make the Dagnus Calder move, right? This is you're just going back to the. This is pre that.
But what's the
I would assume I should probably take that. 13.
I would argue this is story, and story has no repercussions.
Yeah, no, like I'm not gonna sit here and argue too far into this.
But
I think Iggy does.
I do feel like
it's a very good point.
I do feel like this is a dangerous line of thinking for us. So.
Oh, I know. I'd hope you'd stop the conversation because no repercussions is a double-edged sword of many kinds.
I've taken that down. So from creating that, I'm now imagining that I'm sort of like on the floor a little bit and panting and being like, okay, so this whole creation thing, it is quite painful. Not sure how much of this we can do.
I am going to cast a spell.
Nice. That's a really good question. And we should do it as a discussion point at some point. Is losing HP, stakes, danger, etc., a repercussion in the D&D game, or just a natural cause of playing the game? That's a fascinating. Let's do it when we're if we have to like have a stream where not everyone's around. Let's have like moral questions about what these things. That I want to discuss this further because you're totally right. Is it a repercussion or is it not?
Yes, yeah, because it's an effect after the fact.
Yeah.
This technically would be under the repercussions of the fact.
Yeah, but do you as a player think losing HP is a repercussion or just a natural progression of story?
What is it? This would be the thing. Yeah. Okay.
To be fair, I suspected she'd lose some health because everyone else had, but that's a matter.
Yes, yeah.
Would Iggy have suspected it? Is the other question.
It's a repercussion for Iggy, but is it a repercussion for Lucy? And that's the.
Well, yeah, but if Lucy knew.
So I'm going to give you 13 health back.
Oh.
So.
That's a repercussion of the thing that just happened, so that doesn't happen.
Oh no, nothing can ever happen again.
Can I now write and Randir is a beer god?
But that'll hurt you.
Brewing god.
Brewing god. I'm gonna look at Arlington and Hug to see in case that they disagree. I'm gonna
wait, hang on, before you do it, I got an idea.
Oh, yeah?
I'm going to give you protection from energy, and I'm going to see if I can protect you from buffering energy.
Ooh.
Okay. Yeah, nice.
I don't know if this will work.
And Randir is a brewing god. Okay. Give me an. Read me out protection from energy. Because we are well and truly in the world unknown in this episode.
Which is for the duration, the willing creature you touch has resistance to one damage type of your choice: acid, cold, fire, damage, or thunder. So if it's only those choices.
Or buffering.
Yeah, it sounds like
yeah. I made buffering up.
Okay.
So give me an intelligence saving throw, because I didn't know what else to call just the buffering of language.
No, that's
I
fine.
suppose it's bludgeoning and slashing combined. That's
reading. It's reading damage.
Oh,
Technically, wouldn't it be like cosmic, since it's the cosmic makeup of the entire universe for us?
No,
it's not even at all.
Isn't it cognitive damage? Is it like more like psychic damage or something?
More like psychic, if anything. But
when you do pull an all-nighter and study for ages, your brain's tired. It's like the pain version of that. The knowledge that hurts you.
Okay.
So intelligence saving throw, Iggy.
I'm gonna give you Flash of Genius.
Was that intelligence saving throw? Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
So you have
15.
You have a plus 4 to that as well.
Nice.
Since you just made me a brewing god.
It's the plus 4 that means that you don't take the full brunt of this damage. You only take 8 points of buffering damage.
I'm now imagining I'm just like getting damage and then being healed and then damage again. And I'm like doing, you were describing sort of like when the hot girl takes her glasses off and she looks great. I imagine she's just getting more and more like an art student and like, more afraid.
This has repercussions.
We should always write no repercussions. I
didn't specify the language, but yeah.
Yes. And that snarling gets louder. It's not that I care you're here, because ultimately I'm having fun. And if you're having fun, you're not playing D&D wrong. Rua cares you're here, because Rua made an intelligence saving throw to see if she realized that something had changed. And she did realize that the deal that she agreed to was not the deal that's currently in place.
Oh, no, there's repercussions for that one.
Rua has sent the only thing she knows how to send your way, which is her lapdog. And as all of you turn around, you see there is a large, snarling black hound in front of you.
Is this worth it, Roger?
Quickly, write the black hound is now ours. No repercussions. Quick, Icky, quick.
He becomes Randir's pet. He
Is
becomes the brew dog's pet and becomes the brew dog.
Oh, is anyone drinking Brewdog to make that happen?
I really haven't, unfortunately.
Oh, I have the fox's rock, but I don't know how that helps.
Turn him into a rocket. We don't even have to end on a. Will there be a fight?
Yeah, can I Medusa this bastard?
Fox's rock?
Yeah,
It's like a rock for foxes.
Yeah, it's true. It's not that word.
But don't worry, because you do have 2 weeks to figure out your way out of the battle that's been building up since. There's no plot armor this time. There's no stabby gabby and itsy bitsy bones getting away out of this. We won't roll initiative. You know what? What we will do is we'll roll initiative off screen, because ultimately the sidebar, the other table, the listeners, they don't care who goes first and when. They'll find out that.
Yeah, who listens to D&D shows to hear about people rolling dice?
Yeah, exactly. Yeah.
We can.
We'll figure.
So unrelatable.
What a weird thing to want a hand wave right now.
Well, okay, fine. We'll roll initiative next.
Good.
Episode.
Good.
I'm more thinking we can roll the episode, but I think rolling dice off screen is a cop out.
I mean, it's just getting us closer to your demise.
You're like that will get it more focused. Like that's the.
We'll
that's
save literally seconds.
Yeah. Well,
It'll cost us seconds.
Who needs editing? We just roll all.
Ben, I think what you're looking for is a book. Books have less die rolls.
Yeah. That's true. That's true.
Not some of them.
Wes,
Some of those old Asterix and Obelisk or play your own books.
Wes, what was that cube thing that you really Arlington really loved?
Cube thing. Oh, the
Bandit.
Bandit. Yeah,
Bandit.
Bandit.
I got a present. I got a present for Arlington.
Had to set Bandit free. Had to set him free.
It's going to be that he arrives. I'm gonna write it that he arrives here and helps Arlington.
Nice.
You have to convince Iggy to write it.
Yeah, that's true.
Well, maybe he can create things up.
All of you have commenting permissions, but only Iggy has editing permissions.
Iggy grant us editing.
Well, yeah, you could do. That's the other thing. You could easily change that. We'll be back in 2 weeks' time. We'll be back. I know the exact date. It's July 19th. Just like any other July 19th. We'll be back in 2 weeks as we discover the thrilling conclusion to the party in the DM notes, where just because there's a battle happening doesn't mean there's a battle happening. Because again, I don't know what's going to happen while you guys are in here. And things have changed for the better. That's up to the audience to decide. Leave comments, subscribe, do all the things you want, whether you enjoyed this or not. Give us a little thumbs up, ring that bell, tell a friend about this show. Dare I say it, the bad boys of TTRPGs, the only show willing to go into DM's notes to get an episode. So, thank you very much for watching. We'll be back on July 19th. Until then, look after yourselves, be sound, good night, and chaos be with you all.
Oh, I don't like that. No.
No, I'm kidding. Joy. I wish nothing but joy. You lovely
joy.
People. Yeah, not you, lovely people, but all our viewers and watchers and fine supporters.
See you later.
Ah.